Today I'm going to give you a walk through a platform that everybody knows but nobody's seen for a very long time, the Patriot TH610. TH610's been around going on 8 years ago, and it was originally developed for a trip up in Cape York with me and my mates. Carry a couple of quad bikes, a tinny on the roof, uses the same DNA as the X-Range. So basically you've got an X-Range camper trailer at the front and a hot dip galvanised chassis with a 3-metre deck on the back that'll take all of the toys. Now we've got it set up in a configuration here today that, this is the first time for me. This is the first time using the TH610 for a dirt bike trip, and we're down here in the high country, riding for the past 3 days. We've just packed up and I thought it'd be a good opportunity just to walk everyone through and show what I think is the ultimate dirt bike setup. First thing when it comes to this thing, like every Patriot Campers product, is off-road ability. The track that we drag this thing down, I doubt very many 6-metre trailers have been down there, but that's the whole way that it's been designed, to get into those really remote locations, get off the grid, go out there, do all your hardcore camping stuff and bring all the toys along with you. So let's go and have a quick walk around. Starting at the front, the man cave that it's been dubbed is same as what we got in the X-Range, but the design in the front just allows to store, and guys, nothing's been cleaned. We've just thrown everything back in there, and I'll run you through some of the stuff that I actually carry with me when I go on my trips. Weber barbecue, which swings around the front. Got a little floor mat here for the shower, some ground mats, freshwater hoses, impact drill, pegs, barbecue equipment all lives up at the top here, and that's all my hoses there for the shower. You can fit a lot of different gear in here, and this was originally designed to hold 6 20-litre jerry cans. So if you don't have the shelf here and you don't have the barbecue in there, you can put in 6 120 litres of fuel, so it's a good place to carry the fuel. We did originally develop a fuel tank that went underneath. We had massive problems with the diaphragms in them, so we've discontinued that. They come standard with 120 litres of water, but you can opt on a second water tank as well, which gives you a total water capacity of 240 litres, which is plenty. You know, I could do 2 weeks on 240 litres. Camped out down here by the Crooked River, you could stay here for months. You got your gas bottles on either side, so there's a gas bottle holder there and one over on this side. Moving alongside, you've got an awning over the top. It's a 180-degree awning. It'll go back about kind of halfway or just past that KDM there and extend out about 1.8 metres, big shaded area. You've got the Patriot kitchen. So opening the kitchen up, CFX 50-litre fridge, or 55 this one is. And this is an IM, so it's got the ice machine in there, which we completely forgot about and we didn't use it all trip. So we ended up drinking rum with no ice, which was a bit of a fail. Stainless steel kitchen, big size sink. So that's the latest generation sink. You can fit a full plate. You've got plate storage up in here. And then on this side here, you've got all of your cutlery. Moving around to this side here, this is really the pantry storage. Now this is where it starts differentiating between the X-Range. The X-Range is about 300 mil longer, and you'd have a gas stove or a gas cooker that slides out of here. And this one you don't. Actually, I'll show you the bottom drawer first. Massive big pantry storage. You know, we've got bits and pieces, some muesli bars for the dirt bike trips and air hoses, and you can use it for pantry or whatever you like. And then folding the top down, you got Rymex bench tops all the way throughout as well, stainless steel bench tops on every door. So you can prepare food straight on here. You know, I've said in other videos, we fillet fish, cut meat. Generally, I don't even use a chopping board. Pantry area through here, you can see that's looking like a bit of a mess. This is my charging station. One of the good options is XRS Connect from GME. So when we're here at base camp and people are out riding, ATVing, kayaking, mountain biking, whatever you want to do with your toy hauler, you've always got communications. Red Arc Manager 30 amp charger. You got AC charge, DC charge, obviously, and in this one we got 270 amp hours of gel batteries, but you can upgrade that to lithium. We've been here, camped up here for 3 days now. We've been running the inverter on the other side flat out, charging all the camera gear. It's only a little 350 watt, hasn't stopped, been running around the clock, no solar, no generator, and we're down at about 52%. So battery capacity is pretty good. water level gauge, and then you've got all your light switches all the way throughout. That one there turns on the UHF, obviously. Another good feature on top is the roof basket. You can see the way that we've got it loaded up at the moment. We've got everybody's camp chairs in there. We've got all of our riding helmets in there and dry bags, 3 swags on the top. You've got access underneath here. Normally I'll put a table, and then I'll put all other kind of long gear in here, tables, chairs, and you can just slide them straight out the side by opening that up. Now, moving to the exciting bit, down the back to the deck. First one for us on this trip is a rooftop tent on top of the boat loader. So if you're not familiar with the toy hauler platform, this one here has got the boat loader package on it. It's got the little TJM ATV winch at the front. I think it's a 3,500 pounds, something around there. And you can winch the tinny straight up on top, and then you can get an outboard loader that goes on the side here. For this trip, because obviously we're not taking the tinny, we've got the 6 bikes, we've put the James Baroud, just bolted that straight to the top. You could actually put 2 kind of conventional rooftop tents up there as well and fold them out to the other side, so you could have 2 sleeping quarters. Ashton's been up there on this trip. I've been in the swag, and the rest of the boys have been in their swags as well. We've configured this here for 6 dirt bikes that you can see here. It's a snug fit, but they fit fine, they fit perfectly. The only thing that we had to do is actually just tie up the foot pegs. So the foot pegs come up so they're not rubbing on each other's swing arms when the thing's going down the highway. We've got dirt bike cradles installed on this, but there's so many different options that you can get for cradles with this deck. It's got adjustable tie downs right throughout the deck. So you can bolt on any sort of cradle, tie down hooks, whatever you like, throughout the deck to strap down anything you like. Another configuration that we used to run it in is we used to run 2 quad bikes up over the side here. So straight up over the monk guard, 1 quad bike went in there, 1 quad bike goes in there. Or if you don't option on the boat loader, then you can put on pretty much any 2-door side by side. Because of the height, it won't fit underneath the boat loader. If you've got a 4-door, so even the big Can-Ams and the new Pro R Polarises will fit on our TH610. Underneath this thing, you've got independent suspension as well on airbags. This has got the auto leveling feature as well. So you can run the thing in auto leveling, and as you're going down the road, it'll keep the trailer nice and level. I typically don't run full automatic mode. I'll just use that for the height adjustment. So when we get to camp, we can level the trailer left to right and obviously up and down on the back of the Ram. Independent suspension, 12-inch drums, 16-inch wheels, and a 33-inch tyre as standard. You got some access here as well. So even for Ashton up in the James Baroud, he'd climb straight up this ladder, up the side, jump into the Baroud, and yeah, it's been pretty easy to access. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a nice staircase or something could be nice for future. Recovery points at the back. You've also got a receiver hitch at the back in here, so you can put on a push bike loader, and then underneath the back of the deck, there's a nice little drop down there, which has got 2 ramps in there. Again, for loading your side by side, or even we put the 2 side to side when we're loading up the dirt bikes. It's easy, it just gives you something to walk up when you're loading it. But you can see the dirt bike cradles, like I said, you can see all the slots in the deck here, how it kind of gives you the opportunity to set the deck up however you like. Moving around the passenger side, I'll show you a little bit of storage up here. This storage up here was designed originally intentionally for dirt bike gear and riding gear, you know, boots and all the rest of it. If I actually just take some of this out, again, we've just thrown everything in, got ourselves ready. Like I said, camera gear, always the bane of my existence. But you can see inside here, you've got this massive locker that runs all the way to the back of the kitchen. So full size gear bags. You know, you think about your big riding gear bag, they can go straight in the side, boots up in the top. You've got charging around this side, lights in here as well. 350 watt inverter, like I said. Your brake safe, which is a requirement if the trailer ever disconnected from the car, that you can, it'll lock the brakes on and make sure you don't crash into anyone else. And then another massive big storage drawer on this side. I just use this for clothes. So you can see mine and Ashton's clothes are all put inside here. So storage it's really was thought about right in the concept, the original design. You know, any type of outdoor activity that you do, there's always that much gear that goes along with it. So we really wanted somewhere to put it. You got another big free storage locker in here. This is your hot water, gas hot water system, the shower. And then you've got a big storage area in here. You can see I've got my tool kits, some cartons of water, P-Core filters, and the pots and pans up on top. Yeah, that's probably about it. That's a bit of a run through the TH610. A bit of gear it hasn't changed since the first one. 8 years ago, you know, we designed and built the first toy hauler, and we've just absolutely beat the hell out of these things, and they still impress me. You know, I've kind of been off-road racing and doing some other stuff, and now me and the boys are starting to get back into where it originally kind of started, and I pulled the toy hauler out for this trip and dragging it down, down that hill on the way in here, the rock sliders at the back, the big overhang, the big deck on the back of the trailer, we thought about that right at the start, and we put in these big 6mm steel sliders at the back, and you can just drag its ass over everything. Even things like you can see here, these big welded on bash guards, 5mm plate or 6mm plate right at the front. If you collect a tree or something, you're just gonna bash the tree in, or pull the trailer around it. So we really thought about it on getting into those remote locations. So that's about it for the walk around of the TH610. Make sure you check out the dirt bike episode on Patriot Games if you want to see what this trip was all about. Victorian High Country, it's, I'm not going to say it's my favourite spot in Australia, but this is my second time back here, and damn, it's got to be close. If you haven't been on a dirt bike down the Vic High Country, just make it happen. Get some crew together, get the boys and girls together that you ride with, get out there, go do it, go ride it. I'll give you the hot tip, don't plan, yeah? I mean, look, you have to plan where you want to go, but where I've kind of stuffed up this trip, just ride. Just get on your bike and just ride, and make sure you've got good maps, GPS, you've got an EPIRB with you, and make sure you've got enough fuel on board, and just get out there because it's just spectacular. It doesn't matter which track you go down, you're gonna find a bit of adventure. And hopefully you do it with the TH610. For more information, go to patriotcampers.com.au, visit the website, and also now available right out of our store in the United States at Patriot Campers HQ in Las Vegas.